Hello, 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 and welcome to Each One Teach One podcast. I am your host, the Fabulous Camille Robb, and when I tell you it's gonna be on and popping today, it's gonna be on and popping because we have a goddess in the house. And when I say we have a goddess, it's not a typical goddess now because everybody give themselves names, but they don't carry the title. Okay, let that sink in because once you get to meet this young lady, you'll see what I'm talking about. We're talking about not just a regular person. Can you imagine traveling all over the world, you know, saving children across the nation? Can you imagine that? Hmm. Not just 1 month, 2 months, be gone for 6 months at a time, making sure people all over the world are taken care of. The young lady that I'm talking about, I call her my little sister because she is my little sister. You know, little sister get on your nerves sometime, and she does that very well. She's like, okay, Fabulous, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Slow down, Fabulous, Fabulous, slow down. But I am so blessed and honored to have her today on the show. I'd like you to guys to welcome my sister, S.C.A.N, the goddess. Yay! Come on up here, girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on up here. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. There you are. Hey.
Yeah.
I
Hello.
finally get. I finally get to get you up here. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm amazing.
I know you are. Oh, I like your background. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I like it. Nice, nice, nice. So I want you to introduce yourself to our audience and tell them a little bit about you. Just a little. Don't give them too much. Let's tell them a little bit about you.
Well, my name is S.C.A.N, the goddess. I'm an international artist, and people call me S.C.A.N for short. That stands for Saving Children Across Nations. That's my 501c3. So I'm also an international NGO, 501c3 as well. And I'm also a spiritual leader
Oh,
when it comes to speaking and helping people get to where they need to be spiritually.
did you guys hear that? Spiritually. So it's not regular, it's spiritually. Because everybody can speak, but you have to have a certain you have to be ordained spiritually. Now, let me ask you a question. What moment inspired you to start S.C.A.N?
The moment that inspired me to start S.C.A.N was way before I knew that I was starting S.C.A.N. So one day I went into the church with my mom, and the pastor was there, and she said, "Oh, I've been waiting on you for weeks. God told me that you was gonna step in this. God said you're gonna step in my church, and I got a word for you." So she preached, and when it was time for the word, she said, I used to go by the name Scandalous for my music name. But she said that God said you will no longer go by the name Scandalous. Your name will be S.C.A.N, and people will call you S.C.A.N, and it stands for Saving Children Across Nations. And I said, oh, I like that. She said, yeah, because you can just see a fish outside of the water, and you be like, oh, little fish. And you try to throw the fish back in the water to save the fish.
Oh,
I said, yeah, that's pretty much me.
oh, that
So
gave me the
I went with
chills.
it, but the organization didn't start right then and there. It didn't set in that I was going to be doing a 501c3. It just was S.C.A.N, Saving Children Across Nations. I didn't have NGO in my mind.
Well, that gave me the chills, man. That gave me the chills. And
Yeah.
the person that I know who you are and whose you are is is amazing because I have watched you and learned so much from you. I've watched you travel all over the globe, just impacting lives. Let's talk a little bit about your last initiative that you had.
Uh, My last initiative. I have so many initiatives. What was my last initiative? Was it the S.C.A.N Jam?
The S.C.A.N Jam, yes.
And I also had the Pathway to Potential in Chicago. So with the Pathway to the Potential event, that's more about a career day, introducing children to different, exposing them to different type of careers that they've never seen. So letting them figure out what would they like to do. You have to find out what these kids like to do these days. So that's what that's about. And we usually have people out there teaching them how to fly drones, work cameras, perform music, maybe how to be an electrician or a carpenter. Yeah. And as far as the S.C.A.N Jam in Africa, the S.C.A.N Jam is about giving the people a platform to express themselves and to build them up spiritually, feed them spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Very powerful. That's very powerful. Now, which one was the most important to you and why?
All of them are very important. And it's organization, and it's very organized because first, before we can do anything, we have to build them up spiritually, because a lot of people are broken these days. So the first thing we have to work on is spiritually. Then we have to work on them mentally, because the mind, that we got to reprogram the mind that makes them think that they're not worth it, or they can't do. We don't believe in that word. So our word is fearless. The next is physical. So now they get to go on stage and express themselves physically. They get to see things physically. They get to work the camera physically. So all of it go hand in hand. So every program is very important.
I like it because I watched you did a project in I think it was Liberia. Yeah, in Liberia, where you guys were on the street. What were you guys doing on the street?
So what we do on the streets is the cleanup campaign.
Yes.
We do the cleanup campaign, and also we do the peace march before the S.C.A.N Jam. So we on the streets for both, but mainly we do the community S.C.A.N, which is our cleanup campaign. So everything has marketing around the S.C.A.N name. So that's our community S.C.A.N. Well, basically we go to scan the community for trash and pick it up and clean up. So as the S.C.A.N organization, we don't come in and clean up for you and take pictures and say, oh, yeah, we cleaned up for you. No, what I do is I take the kids from the S.C.A.N club or the people that's involved with the S.C.A.N organization. Those kids that dirty that place up, we're teaching them how to clean up after themselves. This is your home. I don't come in here and clean up after you. You have to learn how to clean your own place. And they love it. They like to clean once a month. They think of ideas. Can we go into and clean up people's houses? They come with their own ideas afterwards. So it's pretty cool.
I love it. And I understand that you're getting ready to partner up with JFC for you. And you guys are going to be going to Jamaica to doing some stuff too.
Oh, yeah. You and I have been partnered up for a long time. Very long time. And yes, we're going pretty soon, Jamaica, God willing. We letting it flow. And I think it's going to be however God wanted to be.
I agree. Let go and let God lead. Now,
that's it.
One of the question that I was asked to ask you was this: what did you learn during the 5 months that you were in Africa that is all about this mission that you're doing today?
I learned how to say no.
Ooh.
Because everyone that's reaching out for help is not your assignment. So I learned how to say no. I also learned that the people there need more help. I learned that here, homeless people here are more privileged than homeless people there. That's another thing that I've learned as well, because they don't have government help. And they don't have plenty of people that's coming on the street to give them food. either, because those same people that's working their jobs, they're struggling as well. Yeah, but I definitely, the biggest main one is I learned how to say no. Don't just, when you are NGO, you can't just say yes, 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 yes. You will overwhelm yourself because everybody is in need. You have to stick to your program, know what you come there for, and do just that. When it's program time, that's when we give. On the other days, when it's not time to give, don't give, relax, view the scenery, learn your environment, uh, make sure you have the right people around you that's helping you. So I learned plenty, and I really learned that those children really need love. They really
Yes.
need an outlet. Yeah,
And
they really need an outlet.
I so appreciate what you do and how you do it, because a lot of people is about the talk, but you are boots on the ground. You know, you're out there in the trenches with those kids, cleaning and showing them how to do it. You not say, hey, go do it. You are physically out there doing it. Now, on another level, why is spiritual healing such an important part of S.C.A.N's work?
Spiritual healing is very important as far as my work, because when it comes to the spiritual part, it's always someone that's saying, go pray for me. And I have to teach these people that they have power to pray for themselves. So I have to direct them directly to the source, the God in them, and directly to God, and let them know that they can build their relationship. So when they're able to connect with God, they can get their own downloads directly from God, and God can guide their path, because everyone have their own journey.
I agree. I agree.
And
So
a lot of people out here are very spiritually broken, spiritually confused, you know, and it's a lot of things that's confusing them. I could go into that part, but I'm not gonna go there. Not today.
maybe when you come back to the show, we can talk about that.
Sure.
So, what does grab a hand, save a soul mean to you, and how can others get involved?
Grab a hand, save a soul means the same thing as each one teach one. It means the same thing. You pour into this person, then the next person pour into this person, then the next person pour into this person, then the next person, because you can't just have one person with their one cup and they pour into everybody, because it leaves that person empty. But if everybody pour a little into somebody's cup, everybody have something.
That right there is very powerful. Very powerful, because you're right. My grandmother used to say that. Then that's how I come up with each one teach them, because she's always saying that if I teach you something, please don't die with it. Teach the next person. If you're going to help this person, let that person pay it forward. And that right there, it is. Grab a hand, save a soul. I like that.
And that's a little bit on, and I got that straight from a download from God. Grab a hand, save a soul. It's nowhere out here in the world. It's mine, and it's copywritten right now. That's by me saying it right here on this show. No one have it. Grab a hand, save a soul. That's nice. I like that they look over it, you know, because grab a hand and save a soul is like each one teach one, but it's on the spiritual side of it. You know,
Yeah.
when you filling someone up spiritually, okay, now you go show this person how to connect directly to God.
Yeah.
Now you go show this person what God has done for you. Tell your story.
And a lot of people are afraid to tell their story. They are afraid to tell what God have done for them. And I don't know why.
Fear.
But why do they have such fear? What is the fear about?
Because I think they're afraid of how people would look at them. That's the biggest reason most people don't want to tell their story, or maybe they're embarrassed about their story, but everybody's story is going to help someone.
Yes, it is. Every story that is spread will impact somebody else's life, because you'll see
Yes.
yourself in that story. So
Yes.
share your
Yes.
story.
Same thing with my music. Yes. Same thing.
Oh, and I'm glad you brought up music, because that would be my next question. Now, what's going on with you in this music world? I saw you in Liberia, and you were on it. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, "Woo! you? Come on, tell me a little bit about your music.
My music is very divine. So everyone received their own message. So it's a spiritual thing. So when I step on the stage, I'm able to grab the whole audience because of the aura, the energy. So it's probably not my words. I'm in Africa. They can't understand nothing that I'm really saying, but it's the energy. So that means I can go anywhere, any genre, any ethnic group. And I've done the same thing, no matter who you are or whatever. But my voice is very powerful. My words are powerful. So when I go do my thing on stage, I'm in my zone, but I'm in a spiritual zone and they picking up on that frequency. So they love me for something that they can feel energetically. They love the frequency. And my music, it leads my path for saving children across nations because I meet new people on higher levels. So like they say, your gift will make room.
And yours that because there's a few mornings I wake up and the song in my head, woke up this morning alive and breathing and I'm okay. I mean, I literally sing it out loud. When after I finish praying, I sing it out loud. I woke up this morning live and breathing and I'm okay. A lot of people don't understand that. The songs that they're playing out there don't make any sense, but that one attached to my soul. Plus, your other song that said, all I need is some peace, a little bit for me and a little bit for you. That's all I'm working for is some peace. And I've seen you perform in front of thousands of people, and I've seen you performing with the poor. I've seen you perform with the rich. It's like everybody, no matter where you go in the country, they understand what you're saying. You keep talking about, oh, they don't yes, they do, because
it's a frequency.
You reach into their soul. You reach into their soul. And I love it. It just make everything all good just to hear it.
Yeah, it's lots of people that always say, I don't even listen to rap music, but I listen to you. Or you see, when we were on South Africa, I'm on a bus rapping, I just want some peace, and you got people crying. That's my story. They were crying listening to that song. Even when we were at the Orlando Film Festival, the Italian woman, she cried out there when I sung the I Just Want Some Peace song. So they're feeling a frequency, and God is talking through them to them through me with my voice. I just go open my mouth. They're feeling something divine, love that they never felt.
When I first heard the song, it's like she's singing to me. That's when I first heard the song. I was like, she's singing to me. I woke up this morning alive and breathing, and I'm okay. She's talking about me. And I'm always talking about I respect and love my peace. So don't mess with my peace. So he said, all I want is some peace, a little bit for me. And that is my two favorite song, man, because it resonates with me. And I appreciate that. Now,
well, we got one with living in the moments. I live for moments like this. You got to live in your moments too.
Yes. I actually have a few of my reels that my assistant Nim made for me, and it tell you that I live for a moment like this.
I respect your favorites though.
Yeah, but I live for a moment like this. The reason why it stands out more than anything else, because a lot of people are going through trials and tribulation, and when we get that moment where something pop out and it stand out, that song comes up. I live for a moment like this, and you're right. So it is set in stone. I live for a moment like this. All I want is some peace. I live for a moment like this, and all I want is some peace. But when you think about it, though, hey, I woke up this morning. That's my song right there, because I'm alive and breathing. That's my song. No matter how you spin it, that's gonna be my song.
You got a chance to do it again today, wherever you messed up at yesterday.
Yes.
You grow.
Yes. Now, one of the most powerful message you like to teach before you leave today to our viewers, because remember, this is Each One Teach One podcast.
Yes.
And I know when you come back, you're going to have something very, impactful and powerful that you're going to teach them. But I don't want to give them too much. I just want to give them just a little bit of it.
You're asking me, what would I teach?
Yes. What are you going to be teaching at the Each One Teach More Summit? What are you going to be teaching them? Because you
I'm
deal
going to
with
teach people how
spiritual
to,
and you got
I'm,
music.
go
So what
ahead.
are you going to
I'm going to teach people how to trust themselves, trust their intuition, trust their gut feeling, find
do?
how to find their peace and give others peace, because you hurt people. So you can't try to help anybody if you hurting, because I've dealt with that, trying to help a hurt person, and I hurt myself. So we got to teach them, how to trust themselves and not listen to everybody in the world and listen to the world and go off according to what the world is doing. Teach them to be different. Teach them how to find who they are and what they should be doing. And most important, connecting them directly to the source that's going to guide their footsteps, which is God.
Well, I love that. Guide yourself, which is God. You know, we all have a moment where we're trying to figure out what we want to do. And you just said it. It's as plain as you can say it. We have to find that moment and move to it. I am so grateful that you decided to come on the show. I so appreciate it. Now, how can the audience reach you? Because I know a lot of people are going to want to reach out, because I know you not only do the spiritual thing, but you're available for whoever, not whoever, because your schedule is like this. But there's a unique set of people out there that's looking to connect with you for you to perform at their event.
Sure.
What would be the best information for them to get to reach you?
SCANthegoddess@gmail.com for the music, and I.org for the organization. That's the best place to reach me. And on all social media, you can find me at Scan the Goddess. Everything is simple.
Okay. Now, before you go, I wanted to ask you this question. What inspired you to come up with the music piece?
Do I want to say it's not even a inspirational moment. It's just when I'm in a moment and I need to release, that's my therapy there. So
Mm.
when I have a word, I write it into rhymes and music, so that I woke up this morning alive and breathing and I'm okay. I was actually in a good state of mind when I wrote that. And the frequency of the beat, it was great. The I just want some peace that came out of a lot of warfare, a lot of things that I was going through, and it was like, whew, I just want some peace. A little bit for you and a little bit for me. And I saw the vision of so many people in the crowd just throwing up the peace sign. I saw it before I even wrote the lyrics, and it was simple. I didn't have to write much. Yeah, so yeah, it's just a moment. I could be walking right now and something inspire me. The grass will inspire me. The pool can inspire me at that moment. It's whatever I'm going through. Musical therapy. The
Musical
music
therapy.
revival. That's one of my programs. The music revival. That's for the children as well. Entertainment. Yes, we have the music revival. So, because
Ooh.
the music, like you were saying earlier, they're not really talking about nothing. It's not giving them nothing, and it's making them go out on a low frequency, and that's why we get so much killing, so much women showing their bodies. The frequency is there. So I'm here to tune that frequency a little higher.
Mm.
So that's why I call that program the music revival, because the industry is dead and it's raising zombies.
Ooh. Ooh, I don't like zombies. I don't like zombies at all. Mm-mm.
Me neither.
So I am so excited and I cannot wait for when you come back and you start teaching. I cannot wait. This is going to be so powerful. Thank you so much for stopping in and having a conversation with me. I am forever grateful. And you will always be my little sister.
Oh,
Thank
there you
you.
go. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I will be.
Yes, yes, you will be. Well, you guys heard it. You guys met S.C.A.N the goddess, a woman that have literally taken the world in her hand and carrying it, watching over children all over the world and saving children across the nation. And I don't know about you, but I'm so, so excited that she decided to stop in on our show today. So now, what we're going to do more than anything else, because my assistant is back there pointing at me, telling me, "Hey, your time is up," and I
Ah,
keep telling you, where she said, "Hey, hey, hey, time for you to get off that stage. I have to listen because she's the boss. I'm just here." All right, guys, stay blessed, stay safe, and stay absolutely fabulous. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.